Thanks for coming along today. Today we are in the Sabine National Forest in East Texas. Never been out here before. I just kind of found some places on a map that I think might be nice and did a little research on some fellow YouTubers' websites. So here we are. And I'm just kind of doing some reconnaissance mission, if you will, trying to find some camping spots for some future use. I do plan on spending the night somewhere tonight. Hopefully, if I found a different place. I'd hate to have to drive back today. It was about a 3.5-hour drive to get here. We were expecting some rain, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So I'll come back with you when I find my first viable spot. See you in a bit. This is pretty narrow in here. I can't tell if people have been down here before in a while or not. All right, I'm going to call this site number 1. Not very exciting. It just dead ends. I thought it might end up going to the lake, which is right down. There's like an ATV road right here. And I'm not going to walk down there because I can't camp down there, so I don't really care. So, anyways, let me give you a little bit better view of the site so I'm not shooting into the sun here. Yeah, so that's where I came in. I mean, it's a nice open area. It'd be a great little campsite. There's no fire ring or anything here. Maybe more for hunters, but anyways, that's site number 1. Let's move on. All right, so this is the, I don't know what you call this, staging area for oil recovery. I don't know. But this is locked up. Obviously, this is private. The road continues on the other side, according. Anyways, as I was saying, I can't get in through here, so I guess this is a no-go. I'm just going to continue down this road and see where it takes me. Here we go. All right, so I did find the site that I was looking for, and it was not where I thought it was. His description matched, but it's when you read a description versus on how you visualize it while you're looking at a map, I have realized or come to realize is completely different. So anyways, this is up on a bluff, which does not give me water access. Wow, this is higher up than I thought. He said 100 feet. I don't think it's 100 feet, but it's 50, 70. It's pretty high up here. This would be a great little spot, but you'd need a little water supply. I'm big on water supply myself. Never been to this lake, but here's the campsite. We got some of this, I'm going to call it Spanish moss, but I doubt that's what it's called, but it reminds me of Louisiana, Florida, more Louisiana. Anyways, it's there's like a berm right here, a hill, and then it drops on the other side of that, and there's a road. So unless someone got really curious, they'd never know you were here, even though you're off. And I say main road, it's a dirt road, but it's not significant. Anyways, actually a great little site. It's not bad. On to the next. All right, so we're going down this other road, the other fork that I'd come to. So we'll go down here and see if this is a viable camp spot. I see power lines, which means there's private property down here. Generally. Anyways, we'll see. Still would like to know how you get private property in the middle of a forest, but I don't know. I don't know how that works. Anybody knows, let me know. All right, I'll let you know if there's anything up here. All right, well, I didn't show you that area because there was nothing to see. Again, ended in a gas line thing, and road went nowhere and went to a private road. Those damn private roads. Okay, onward and upward, or at least onward. All right, so I'm right here. I'm gonna go up to this road down here. I'm gonna try out some of these down here. This one looks like it gets close to the lake. I'm thinking about, no, I'll go down here, try that one. That's the only one that interests me. And then these all look like they potentially go to the lake, but you never know. At least I don't. Not from looking at this map. Even if I touch on these roads, they just tell you about the road. They don't tell you any detailed information. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to go up this road and make my way around. Maybe stop and get something, a little snack, and continue south. I only have 2 other spots. I'm very disappointed in this area. I was expecting a lot more, but ugh. All right, we'll see. You know where I may end up going? I don't know if I'd have enough time, but maybe if this ends up being a bust, I may be going over to Lake Sam Rayburn. See what that does for me. See you in a bit. All right, well, I took a bit of a gamble, and I had found a video of a couple that had come across from Louisiana for a little camping weekend. And they found a spot anyways. I was trying to figure out, based on what little they showed on the video, where they were, and based on their description, and I'm pretty sure I found it. Anyways, this is right on the lake. Water access. You could even launch a boat here. It looks like someone's done it before. Great little campsite. Quite happy with that. This is where I'm going to stay tonight. This will be my first time by myself dispersed camping. I've done it in a park. I have to admit it's a little unnerving. I don't know. Probably most of you are laughing, but that's okay. Anyways, oh, there's where someone made a fire. But there's a bunch of cut wood for me right there. If I had a chainsaw, I wouldn't have to go anywhere. I could just cut those logs out. And I don't have an axe either. You would think with all the crap I have, I could do that. But anyways, my shadow. I'm going to set up camp here. I'm going to collect some wood, probably unload some stuff. I got probably half the stuff I normally bring, which is not saying a lot, which is probably what most of y'all bring. Is about half of what I bring. But, oh, so I'm getting ready to I'm going to be going to Big Bend at the end of April, so we were thinking about how we're going to do water. Well, I have a bladder that you guys have seen before that I put in the back of the truck, but that's when everything's unloaded and we can just run down to the store and get something. But if there's not a store nearby, you know, what do you do? So what I did, I just came up with this idea, is I just put the bladder up here on the floorboard. Now I can't fill it up all the way, but you know, it swishes around, but it's all secure in here on all 4 sides, especially when that door is closed, just like I had it. And I think it's going to work out pretty good. Now, yes, I have the lake right here, but I wasn't sure once I got here how accessible this was going to be. And although it seems pretty accessible, and I could probably drop the pickup for the pump right down there, it would probably work pretty good. And I don't know how clear this lake is, but I'm looking from here and it looks, I don't know, 2 or 3 feet visibility, which is plenty. I mean, I'm not drinking it, I'm just, you know, bathing and washing dishes in it, which is plenty. But now I have that, so I'll probably use that, and if I go through that, which is highly unlikely since I'm just staying the night, and then I'm going to wake up tomorrow, cook some breakfast, and do a little more exploring around here. But I'll put the drone up here in a little bit after I collect some firewood and show you around, but pretty darn nice little campsite, if I do say so. Very happy. All right, back in a minute. So I'm trying to hurry, and I gathered some wood, flew the drone, which I just showed you. Here's my quick wood gathering. I think I already showed, just unloaded real quick. I am gonna hurry up and set this stuff up. However I'm gonna set it up, I have no idea. And open up the tent. Probably get some food done. I made some spaghetti last night. I'm just heating it up because I knew I'd be pressed for time because I was going to drive around and look for places today. Which until this, I was going to call a bust. The other one was pretty cool, but it was up high, which I would do. But this one's much further off the road and pretty sweet. So let's get set up here. Hopefully it won't take me as long as it does to set up my other sites. Here we go. I'm not even sure how I want this set up. I probably should back the truck up over there and unload the wood, but that's going to cost me time. I can do that anytime. So let me close that. That's bedding. I brought the shower with me. I know what you're saying. I really just need a table set up and my stove, the propane. That's kind of really all I need for the immediate future. Check this out. I had this in another video, but perfect light for this. It's magnetic, so it goes on there and it does not move. This is the Icon. I got this at Harbor Freight, like 40 bucks or something. I'll put a link in down below. Great light. Shines down, shines out, shines up. This pivots. I'm not going to walk over to the camera because I'm trying to save time. Okay. Okay. Of course, I put all of this right in the way of where the tent's going to come out. But that's okay. It won't take very long to move this out of the way. You know, I have all these buckets and stuff set up, you know, for the okay, hopefully won't be cutting any more wood. So I can put this little 4-inch cheapy Amazon, 35, 40 bucks. I really bought it to see if I'd even use it. And man, it has, it's very cheapy. The batteries, I mean, they don't last too long. What do I mean by that? Maybe 20 cuts of, you know, 2-inch wood. I try to keep it like 1.5 inches, 2 inch. Anything bigger than that, it'll cut it, but it takes a while and you're just eating up the battery. And it stops when it's too thick a cut or when it's running too long. Anyways, it's just enough to where it gave me the idea where I definitely need a bigger chainsaw. Now, I've looked at the bigger electric ones. I mean, I'm just running out of room. It's just like, you know, you just keep adding stuff until you need a Unimog to carry all your crap around. And that's where I'm headed. Not the Unimog, but all the crap that goes with it. And of course, I don't want to do that. So anyways, chainsaw plus. Definitely recommend those, especially those little ones. It's great for gathering firewood and stuff. Most people come out and they just, you know, they just pick up what they can get off the ground, and that's about it. Another purchase here are these smaller butane tanks. I love it for this stove. Oh my God, I haven't been using it long enough to know how long it'll last. But I had taken it and used it like for a weekend, really just on this. And I even used it, I think, on the shower. But anyways, I took it on another camping trip, just a quick overnighter, and this stove would barely run. So I thought, oh man, I guess I emptied it. I mean, I had another one, so it wasn't that big a deal. But I took it to go get filled up. It took like a third of a gallon. It wasn't even, I'd hardly scratched the surface, so I don't know what happened here, which I'm about to test here in just a second, why when I turned it on, the flame would, it acted like all it would burn is what was in this hose. And I don't know why I'm having such a hard time screwing this in. Okay, so there's that. That's off. This is on. Let's see if I hear gas. Yes. That's a good noise right there. Let me make sure it stays like that. Yep. Okay. Good in that department. Moving a lot slower than I thought. This is the sink, which I'll set up later. Cooler, just for one night, of course. And what is this? There's that, there's that. Oh, this truck's just a tad tall for me. These ladders, I still haven't quite figured out what the deal is, where I'm supposed to start, where I'm supposed to... it's frustrating. You're supposed to start from the bottom, but I don't know. I always see people do this and they all fold up. Well, it doesn't work for me. Something like this. And you're supposed to open from the bottom. That doesn't seem right. Why is that one not? I don't know. What am I doing wrong? Okay. All right. It may rain. Boy, there's just never enough time to set up camp like you want. But I'm not, I have the rain fly set, so I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna put it up, I mean. I may fast forward some of this. since I have so much room on the front of the truck, I don't put my clothing and stuff up there. I just throw the bag up here on top of the sunroof and I can reach out the window and get it, which works out quite lovely. All right, so now I need to, there's an air mattress in there. I'm just gonna unfurl it and pump it up. It's getting too dark, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish. And I mean, I don't know what it's looking like on there, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish and I'll bring you back a little bit later. All right, I thought I'd bring you guys up to speed here. Finally got everything set up. I had to move the truck twice to get it to where I really wanted it. Oops, got my headlamp on. Let me turn that off. So that's what that's, I have a light up in the rooftop. I'll have to come back to that and show it to you. But I'm making some, I made this actually last night, so I'm just doing a little heat and eat. But I'm gonna pan right over here to the left. Got my fire going. And I'm just gonna sit here, have a beer. Let me see if I can make this flood. There we go. I'm gonna sit here and have Okay. Well, good morning, everybody. As you can see, it is from the background, it's overcast. I set the tent up. I didn't put, my whole idea was to put a tarp up in case it rained, because it's supposed to rain about 10 o'clock, which is about, I don't know what time it is. I think it's about 8 a.m. and it's supposed to start raining at 10. I was going to cook breakfast, but I think I may just ride into town somewhere and grab a bite there, and then kind of continue my exploration today, maybe till about noon or so, and then head back. But as you can see here, I'll do a little pan of my, I wish I could have filmed it last night. I started to, and the battery died, and I just wasn't in the mood to go digging around and take the camera out of the GoPro media cage and all that. It's kind of, that thing is a pain in the butt. I do not like it, I've decided. Probably gonna end up getting the DJI one, but I gotta look into that too. But anyways, so here's what the camp looks like currently, and of course I have to set up my Julka hot tap. That thing is just fantastic. I stood out here in my birthday outfit this morning because I didn't want to set up the ensuite and take a shower and get it all wet and all that, because I'm not in a hurry, but I am diligently moving forward this morning. So just having my morning water. I don't drink coffee, so I'll spare you from watching me make coffee. Anyway, so that's the plan today. I gotta crawl up in the rooftop and kind of collapse that, but I was gonna fly the drone a little bit, but it's just ugly right now. I mean, it's really overcast gray. So I'll bring you back when we, I don't know, see something a little more exciting. riveting stuff here. All right, see you in a bit. Well, I'm going to call this campsite number 3. This is around the corner from where I just was. I'm kind of on my way out, going to get some breakfast, and I'm hungry. But this isn't a bad little site. It's not as big as the other one, but if you came here, you would definitely have it as your own. And there's, it feels a little more secure, and what I mean by that, in, you know, other cars passing by and stuff. I shouldn't say secure, I should say private. But again, the lake is up. Let's walk over here and see if you did camp here. Big question is, you know, where are you going to get the water? And with the lake up, you can almost guarantee that the lake will not be this high. can see across over there, those trees are, base of them are slightly underwater. So I don't know, it's a pretty good campsite, but not, the water is a bit of a distance away. It's really hard to find a campsite with water access, easily accessible. But you can use the old bladder trick. We even have some wood cut for us. So it'll be interesting to see if we ever come back here, if this is still here, which would mean no one has camped here, had camped here. Which would mean no one had camped here. Okay. Off to breakfast. Let's get going. Hungry. All right, I'm gonna call this location 5. Different, pretty cool. It's up on a hill. You can see I had to come up this, or actually I came that way. But it's a nice little, I mean, if you want to be up overlooking the lake, it's a pretty cool little site, I think. Let me go stand over here and show you what it looks like looking the other way. Well, let's back out of the lake. Not really water access because you're kind of up here on a cliff, but pretty darn cool and fairly isolated. So campsite number 4, I think. I hope I got that right. I'll put it at the bottom of the screen if it's not. All right, well, I did not find any other campsites. I started driving home. I am currently at Tyler State Park. Didn't sleep that great last night. I was sleeping good this morning, then I got a little rushed because I thought it was gonna rain. So I just stopped here at Tyler State Park. This is a great little camp spot, but I'm out of food. I mean, I could go and probably stay here again tonight, but kind of not in the mood right now. wasn't really planned, and I'm kind of ready to get back for whatever reason, who knows. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.